Soulframe Preludes 7.3 already. October 31st, they've already had 3 hot fixes, and we could be reading what's new in there. We haven't gotten to check it out yet, but luckily, thank you for getting us in and playing, testing out, helping find out what's good, help get rid of the bad, and we just gotta get it updated. It's going incredibly slow on the update. I've been watching like 4 episodes of 24, but a pretty slow update going. 300 kilobytes right there. It was like 300 to 800, but I guess it's like we're doing dial-up. Want to start off with some good news. So we're going to be playing after they've already added a bunch of stuff, right? They're going to be adding more. Looks like they're just doing a lot of changes and revamping combat. New classes, new armor, new weapons, new... What are we going to see? So Soulframe, we're going to be checking it out. And if you haven't already, subscribe. And just like that, we're going to be updated and ready to dive in. 7 minutes of Soulframe. See how it is, and just highlight some of the good stuff. A lot of people picking apart like 1 or 2 things that are like not important and making it seem like the game's total trash, when really it's already looking good and feeling good from what I've seen. But we haven't played, so we're gonna play to make sure it's actually good, right? But so we're just gonna have to check for that new content. Could check out the build notes, just see what it says. So Soulframe Preludes 7. That's us. We're here. Hail, envoys. It's gonna be like everybody that's playing, like Warframe. They're like called the Tenno. I guess it's actually the Tenno in game, but anyway, it's like your players. Envoys. Soulframe Prelude 7 arrives and brings a small feast of changes, smelling of winter squash, stagger-inducing updates, sharp tongue collector, and much more. If we were playing before, we'd already know what all these little hints are going to mean, but we'd have to be jumping in kind of blind, semi-blind, but I can see the flash of light in front of us of Soulframe, so they've just had done their count reset, so luckily we're going to be starting after that. We don't know if there's going to be more. There may be more resets. Probably they will be once they're ready to roll, without changing a bunch of stuff. So existing Preludes accounts will require a reset to implement the full changes for Prelude 7. Upon logging into your Soulframe account, you should experience a fresh reset of the game. Several changes have been made to the new player experience, so that's what we're going to be checking out. Some of the new player experience. We're going to find out like what are the different classes from they got like a kind of lightning tempest type character, magic blasting. They got the Fae, I guess, is like a stealth kind of with a bow, backstabs, and I don't know if that's the same class character. They got like sword and board kind of tanky type character, maybe some two-handers, some staffs. Are they going to be like a monk type melee staff, Wukong style, or is it going to be like staff, Lord of the Rings, Greybeard? So where are we at here? Several changes have been made to the new player experience, and this reset allows us to fully test ongoing changes to the Preludes build in these early days of Soulframe. Luckily, we're here. We're still in the early days of Soulframe, so that's amazing. We're in. So, Preludes Honor, waiting for you with Fen Jotar to express our thanks. We don't know what it is. What's Preludes Honor? What's Fen? Who's Fen Jotar? Fennec Shan? I don't know. Ancestor Discovery changes the paths. So that's like stuff you're going to be unlocking, I guess. Like you unlock different like crafting equipment, different kind of features to the game, like cooking blacksmithing. They're different ancestors, so it's gonna unlock stuff. You gotta do a little maybe quest, figure out where they're at. So that's the ancestor. You discover your ancestors, and it's gonna, kind of open up new game modes and utility skills, combat stuff. Let's see. The paths to discovering Orlick and Tuvalcane have been improved. I believe we've seen some of that in the video of Tuvalcane. I think that's the blacksmith. She got the little thing like this. You got to take the quest and transport the heavy blacksmithing little cauldron thing, whatever. It's not a cauldron. Paths to discovering they've been improved, so start new. So we're gonna see the new. We don't know what it's gonna be like, but they may update all these quests later on. So we'll see what it's like now here in Prelude 7. Seems like a good magic number there for us to start with. So the last pensive, find the speaking specter with inkwell and specter's quill in hand. Rediscover the bicameral once more, the steel singer. What relics unearthed? I could do like that, right? Like you read along. Seek the moon. Oh, it's not working. Seek the moonstell helm and return it to the blacksmith's hearth. Yeah, there it is. That's the one we're talking about. So that's all with the blacksmith stuff right there, right? Boom. And that was all kind of what we saw in the little live stream, dev stream stuff, carrying that in. And so now it's going to be in this Prelude 7. What else do we got? We got the new Sparrow's Tale. Hark the Collector. Keep your eyes on the sky for a new Sparrow's Tale. Maida, Synops, sharp-tongued and very bored Inquisitor, commands waves of sinecure forces and secure the Earthling resources. We don't know what it is. Brewer of Hugh's fable must first be completed to play this new encounter. The witch Verminia may have remedy to offer. To assist you should Synod's Stormrider appear. We don't know what all these names mean, but just get the gist of it. It's a little kind of introductory little task. Maybe get some cinematics, some good sound and voice over in it, and dig into animations, and just gotta beef up the enemy defenses and hit points. We don't want to see everybody, and don't let everybody just run through waves of let me just run past 50 people and go run in a circle while they all go oh my god, we cannot get him. He's getting away. He ran 5 feet to the right. Quick to the left. We'll never get this man. Anyway, should be you don't want to go too hardcore, but you don't want to go too softcore either. New art system, packs and weapons can now be leveled up through combat to unlock unique arts. Weapon arts allow envoys to customize their playstyle with specialized bonuses like Smite, Reposit, Perfect Throw, and more. So it's pretty cool. You get, as you're leveling up your weapons and stuff, you can decide, all right, my character, I want this guy focusing more on some melee tankiness, and get some Reposit. It's like a counter attack type stuff. Or do you want to be blasting some damage with some Smite? Or do you want to be range attacking them with the Perfect Throw? We don't know. Pack changes. All packed arcanic. So the packs are like the classes for the game. You're gonna changing your Warframe out. So you're gonna be unlocking different packs. It'd be kind of different play style. So pack changes. All packed arcanics have received an increase in power, enhanced visuals, and reworked functionality to elevate their role in battle. Arcanic cooldown system. Arcanics now recharge on a cooldown system. Arcanic flow has been removed. I guess before you had to get a resource So you'd have to, like, gather a certain amount of charges, then you expend them. So now they're gonna, I guess it's be cooldown, but they may have a kind of a mix of each. Well, we shall see. I believe you get to use like a couple abilities, but then you get a cooldown. But is it really a cooldown if you can use them like within 10 seconds? It's just basically spam, but we don't want that. Idols are now bound to their respective pact and can no longer be swapped. Fey and Ode Tempest idols can be cast without requiring full charges, so it must be like like the ultimate for each pact. They're like big special ability, I guess. I'm guessing. I don't know. Health bonuses. Packs now offer unique health bonuses. So Ode Tempest is going to be getting plus 30 health. The Garen Rude is going to be getting plus 20 health. So how big of a difference is this 30 health and 20 health? We shall see in the game. Are we getting hit for like 10 each attack or 1 each attack? What's the difference? Fey Pack changes. Fey now grants plus 5 grace instead of spirit. We're really not sure which is which, but one's like kind of like resistance type or buffing type of stuff. So Glamour is now attuned with grace. Phantom Flock is now attuned with spirit. So there you go, kind of like more stealthiness out of the spirit. And Glamour now transforms players into a butterfly to hide from foes. And both Bestone and Phantom Flock now use Donu to cast. So basically, you turn like little fey butterfly and go up and sneak attack, or you just go into the shadows and get to it. So crafting changes. Channel your envoy heart. Some crafted items are now locked behind Tuvalcain's skill tiers, requiring envoys to increase her level to access. So we're going to increase the Tuvalcain ancestor. Basically, you got some crafting skill up, so it's nice to see. You'll have like rarer stuff from getting to the higher levels. You get to grind out some crafting, but not grind it out. Maybe like set it, get them, start, have them doing something, then head out, battle, come back, do a little blacksmithing. You don't have to come back. I think you just drop back, do a little back flip into it, right? What's it called? I know we're going to know what that's called by tomorrow. Weapon rarity tiers, all right? Weapons will fall into rarity tiers. Common, uncommon, and rare. I prefer, obviously, the regular and +1 version. But just having it, just have some that are just a little harder to obtain, and we'll know they're rare. With virtue and skill requirements specific to each tier. So if virtue requirements are unmet, there will be a 50% damage reduction. All right, so you can equip them, but you won't get to use them to their fullest. So added rarity tiers, 2-mint values, virtue requirements to weapon stats in the arsenal screen. So continue on new weapons. The Vecht. We got the Vecht. The Swift Sword Vetch. Slender and pliant, the sword is of the Dendrant weapon class Ilinfure, meaning blade of grass. Vetch is adorned, but for a single blue crystal embedded in its hilt, a tier of Iridus, likely a weapon wrought in the name of loved one lost. Fragments for fetch will drop from sparrow's tails. We don't know where to get them, but we'll be on the lookout, right? So different other weapon here, continuing down. Look at all these weapons. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 new weapon types. All right, so get into each type of one. So got that swift short sword, right? We got the Unsula, the binary blades, dual-wielding ninja of Sinecura mercenaries. Each Unsulum dagger is cast in a measured arc. Some liken it to a broken orbit, others to a pinching claw. Together, the Unsula are precisely formed to strike soundlessly through Alkan atmosphere. Fragments for Unsula will drop from rare chests, so we're going to be on the lookout for some rare chests to get our ninja rolling. The Unsula blade. Alright, we got the Gatling gun. What is that? The Gathanin. The ear-pronged glaive of Garen Rude. So, little Fursby out there, right? No mortal weapon has point so fine nor plenty as the Omen Beast's own crown. Through this charger's lance comes close. Dual spires are cast of gold as old as the line of Rude. The oaken staff is freshly bound and still smells of forest. Fragments for the Gathenian will drop from sparrows' tails in the glades. Bog and Myrtle. Myrtle, the sword and board. Myrtle, a sword as short as a prickling thorn, stout and swift. She whistles fair with every swing. The weapon of a Dendric commoner, but that does not make her so. Bog. Another type of weapon, the Bog. Round and rusted shield, Bog and Myrtle, so here we go, the Bog. No stranger to battle, and missing a handle. The Mistress Myrtle ever bound. Once battle lost, now envoy found. Fragments for Bog and Myrtle will drop from sparrows' tails. And in the Dermac Undercity, I'll give you little hints where to get them. We're going to have to get a drink over here. Juniper, grandfather's bow, so named after the sacred tree from which she was hewn. She is twisted fair of living wood like her sister bow, Danu. On either end, the curling woes wrap round a Salza gate. Agate, this precious stone was once believed to bridge the realms between man and fae. Much like the master, fragments for Juniper will drop from a special chest where a little minnow once sprung. We got some combat and AI improvements due to the big outcrying of everybody, so better get a drink and get to it, and let's check out these combat AI improvements, sponsored not by Pepsi. All right. So ongoing combat and AI improvements include an increase in simultaneous enemy attacks, smoother weapon equipping, and improvised positioning during fights. Also, like the nice slow animation, not slow, but you get to actually see you drawing your weapon or sheathing your sword, pulling out, putting it back, not just like it's snapping. It's more realistic looking. All right, so continuing on, and Ode patrols now feature varied starting and ending points to prevent endless circling. AI behavior, navigation, and animations have all been refined with new flinch reactions, enhanced movement, and route warping to deliver a more grounded and fluid combat experience. So just kind of see how good it feels there. It should, I guess, feel a little more grounded. Mortal Strike has been replaced with Smite. Envoys now have a chance to smite enemies with a critical hit, allowing them to soul steal their foes. So when Smite procs, the enemy's soul will glow, inviting envoys to enter spectral sight and strip their soul, reducing them to particles. So it's like a finisher move, I guess. improved stagger system. The stability system for enemies, including bosses, had been reworked. Enemies now display a stagger UI that fills during battle, stunning enemies to allow for finishers with improved hit reactions. It's like the break gauge. Definitely would be cool. You got like some characters can like take out the break gauge quicker. Some of them deal more damage. Some of them like debuff. Some of them like land better debuffs when they're broken. Some of them, increase your own break defense. I guess I'm just guessing there. All this. All right. So damage scales based on both weapon and enemy levels, making combat more immersive and responsive. So we got some general changes and additions. Alka's overworld has been enriched with improved lighting, graphics, environmental updates, and additions, and an increased Odin presence. Points of interest now better reveal themselves as you approach, deepening the sense of discovery and immersion. So it'd be nice to just be able to explore the world and then just start memorizing it, not needing to follow little dots on the map markers. Old battle dogs now flee instead of being killed. Okay, we've seen that on the little stream, right? Don't want to kill them doggies. Added colored icons. Crossed UI menus, including resources, weapon, and armor. Added new lore about Verminia to the Ancestors tab on Orlix Codex. Got find out about the world. Added a non-functional currency to the crafting UI for testing. All right, so different currency to be able to actually do the crafting. You'd actually have to have enough of that currency to level up the crafting to do the the rarer smithing results, get them better weapons, armors, bonuses. I guess currently they don't have like stats on armor, but just adding them, get them in, add the stats, figure out how much of a stat to add. And we don't want to be adding stats where the enemies are already too weak. We gotta increase their power to where we're gonna need those stats to make it not a hard fight, But let's keep on going. Added Ancestor Discovered notification that appears when a player invites an ancestor to their Nightfold. The Nightfold's we're going to be having all the blacksmithing station, and change your pact, your weapon, all that type of stuff, and equipment and looks, whatever else they're going to add to it, right? Improve the Tolvacane's crafting menu UI for smoother navigation, improved scroll bar alignment, and a clearer interface. Okay. Now, one thing I really did like on Warframe, they had the kind of the billboards menu. So if you kind of move the mouse around, or camera around, you can kind of see the menus kind of shift, and it's like you're 3D looking. And that don't have to be just a futuristic thing. That can work right there with Soulframe also. And I believe the Warframe had started off with the straight 2D looking flat UI that everybody else uses, and then now you got the pretty good looking stuff, like you're on the Orbiter, you can see the screens pop up, and they could definitely have that for each of these. So I might as well just get that going right away. Adjusted crafting costs of armor and weapon fragments at Tolvacane's station. Change sparrow tails to only spawn in any given area if the area is leveled within +5 or -5 of the envoy's level. All right, so we're going to have an envoy level, and we don't want sparrow's tails spawning if you're just you got to be in the right kind of area to be battling. I guess for them, added another leveled zone for sparrow's tails within the mines to avoid half of the area being levels 1 to 4 or 12 to 15. All right, so you got to kind of changing out the enemy level placement, I guess. Change default spectral sight casting bindings for courage to X, spirit to Y, and grace to B on the controller inputs. And we'll be using the Xbox here 360 version for Windows gamepad. So definitely, prefer that. We, kind of do some of it. You want to be able to also just set it down without changing everything. Maybe I want to just menu some stuff with keyboard. Smoking a cigarette or something, and want to set it down and wherever, or I'm typing on the keyboard or open stuff, whatever. But maybe want to battle like this. We'll be using the gamepad mostly here, but a lot of people prefer whatever they prefer. Let them do it. But so where are you at? There we are. Avocat's Gots and Tuvalcane's crafting menu now display on the Drac cost for items with the total amount of Dracs shown in the top left. /Drac icon and insufficient Dracs message will appear when there are not enough Dracs to make a purchase. Alright, so continuing. So they made weapon stats display first in the Arsenal screen UI. Made Drac and item pickups now display the quantity acquired in the HUD notification. Made Avocat's dialogue UI able to be interrupted by actions like taking damage or accessing menus. Alright. So continue. Okay, improved HUD text and Spiro pathing during the Torment Stag. We don't know what that is yet. But improved Garen Rude and Lady Dioria boss fight during the Torment Stag. Increased Fen Jotar's Ignis Wrath. Not the Ignis Wrath, that's the Ignis Wrath. Toll duration during the Torment Stag to ensure it lasts through the enemy encounters. Whatever this Torment Stag is, it must be like some... Is that the boss battle where we're fighting that? Increased Blitzel's draw time while reducing the hold time needed for a focused shot. So okay, so it's gonna take a while to pull it out, and then it's gonna kind of shoot it, I guess. I don't know. Ongoing audio improvements and fixes, including new sound effects for enemies, combat weapons, and the world, making it more immersive. Soulframe, get it. Let's go get some more updates, fixes, lots of fixes. So we don't know what was broken, but apparently they're fixing it. We don't even know it's broken, and they're fixing it. A lot of changes, a lot of fixes, a lot of updates, and stuff to look forward to. But we just gotta get that kilobyte to like a megabyte downloads at least. Come on, couple, 2 or 3. We got, looks like almost 3 gigabytes still to download at 100 kilobytes. This is gonna be taken through the night, so we'll go make a roast, come back, and maybe we'll be updated, take a nap, watch a movie, shovel snow, I don't know. Keep it warm, subscribe. We'll see you in the next Soulframe. We're going to have it updated and dive into it. Yeah.